My name is Byron Anangwe. I'll be your chaperone for this morning and the rest of the 3 days. And without taking much time, I wish to invite our key stakeholders to make some few remarks.
So mine is to welcome all of you and thank you for really honoring our invitation to this conference. For us, this conference that looks at communal tenure right is critical because of our main mandate to bring about people-centered land governance. I think in Kenya is probably the best place to have this conference because Kenya has a lot that we can learn from, but also sure Kenya can learn a lot from participants from other countries.
WHH has been working since 2017 on land governance in a number of African countries as part of the Land for Life program. And as we work more and more with pastoralist communities, it becomes increasingly clear about the importance of customary land tenure and its impact on the lives of pastoralists, because it affects their mobility, which is essential, and then it can affect their access to natural resources. What we see is that in recent years, more and more efforts are being made at regional and national level to solve these complex land questions. And we really wanted to contribute to this effort over the next few days to take stock of where we are in the region and also to chart a path forward. I hope that you refresh your relationships, your working relationships with current and old collaborators. And I also hope above all that you get the chance to raise your voices, to share your knowledge and to share your experience.
We are here to discuss about policy, and we cannot discuss policy if we don't recognize that a lot of policies are already in place in the region. But what is missing is the implementation, and this is what is bringing us together today, that we need to put all our energy and our effort together in order that we are able to ensure that there is synchronized implementation, there is synchronized engagement. There is also very targeted framework for our engagement and our implementation so that we can secure rangelands and pastoralism.
When you talk of agriculture, now we now dwell down to the land aspects, and that is the security of tenure, and especially this conference is on customary tenure. We all know that we have been struggling in the region for a while. Not only in regards to the legal framework, but also most importantly, merging the traditional knowledge and what we call the legal framework. And this is where now we really look forward to see if all of us will be able to really steer this discussion, be able to align the aspects of customary tenure and the different experiences and learning from the different parts of the region.
This is my the first conference as the Minister for Lands, but I'm delighted to be here and with the title of the chief guest, because I'm a new minister in this particular ministry. I want to confirm my collaboration with all the partners, and I want to offer you an open door policy and the access to the government office of the Ministry of Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development. For us, we are critically aware that the results of this particular workshop will inform us to make the necessary policy intervention that will give a difference, enhance livelihood, help us live more peacefully as a people, as communities, and ensure communal land rights. And the theme of this conference is achieved. I want to wish you a very productive, very vibrant day and entire conference engagement. Thank you very much.
on the very question of constitutional paucity, we have what we call that property that you own should not be taken without you being compensated, but particularly land property. So we say that under section 49 sub 3 of our Land Act 1999, it says that the occupier of the land should be compensated on an exhaustive improvement that he did on that land. But that's is a fallen.
It is good to have the experience of Kenya, and they are ahead in this Community Land Act of 2016. But still there is some diversities in experiences in Sudan, in Ethiopia, in Tanzania, in different areas of East Africa. So I'm expecting the next session to be more diverse, and we have more experiences, and even our Kenyan brothers can learn from their neighbors and from brothers in the.
This kind of event supports us to strengthen our civil society in Ethiopia, works on land governance. Importantly, it strengthens us to work on the communal land right issues. So I want to say thank you. Really, it should be strengthened having different diverse stakeholders. And also, I don't know whether private sector should be engaged more in this, because in the case of the large-scale agricultural investments, the contribution of private sector is very important.
I think what I've heard consistently about the power and the voice of community is enhanced to the extent that is possible, and that there's cross-cutting engagement across different places that are affected. Because again, if you listen to the stories of the different contexts where we are engaging around, the challenges are similar. And I think being able to consolidate and provide a strong voice from a community perspective and from a people's perspective would be probably a precursor to the eventuality that if we will probably need an authority. But I think for now, it would be a bit premature.
I think we learned a lot about on the land rights on the Kenya case, which in our parties is not even a non-starter. So it shows that it's not very easy. It needs a lot of thinking, a lot of commitment, and a lot of resources to ensure that local communities has the ability to negotiate. That's the bottom line. If they don't negotiate, then nothing, because governments are governments wherever they are.
Our mindset and thinking is focused towards one direction, and that is making the land policy reforms work. I think this is very enriching, and if FAO and the other partners could make it an annual event. Thank you.
All the discussions that we have had for the last 2.5 days are things that are binding us together. Remember, one of the things I said from day one is that we need to have synchronized mechanism or synchronized ways of ensuring that the policies that we have, the laws that we have, the frameworks, guidelines, the activities that we are taking, programs that we are doing can make meaning to the security of tenure or land rights for the customary dependent communities. And I'm glad when I was sitting down and I'm following through on the feedback that were flowing on the screen. I got the feeling that we have, in a big way, might not have achieved everything, but in a big way, achieved the reason why we are here.
I think from what I saw, this conference is probably one of the most action-oriented conferences I have attended. And that for me encourages me, and I feel proud to have spent 3 days in such a conference. Let's take the outputs, the outcomes from this conference to inform our programming.
We all know we put in together discussions on policy. We all know we put into discussions on recognition. We put in discussion on the management of these fragile ecosystems. But also, what we know we put out very clearly is the policy discussion. We spoke on the law and the practice, but we all brought that, the entirety of those discussions. And I'm really, really proud of that, because it's something which I didn't think we'll be able to attain, but you made it. And I'm really, really grateful for that. And I think we need to get applause for all of us in that.